Jordan Crooks is the fastest human to ever swim 100 yards, 39.83. That is mind-blowing. He's now only one of 3 people to go under 40 seconds. The great Caeleb Dressel was 39.9. He's out in a 9.02 to the feet, taking 7 strokes on the first 25. Second 25, he's out 9.96, 8 strokes. And then on the third 25, falls off the pace just a little bit, if you could say that. I mean, his first 50 was out in under 19 seconds. He's a 10.4 on that third 25, 10 strokes. And on the final 25, he takes 11 strokes, going 10.39 for a total time of 39.8. Now let's watch this again in slow motion. We're gonna watch this in half-X speed. Then I'm gonna show you guys exactly how he's swimming so fast. He also was able to go a 39.36 in the relay. So we had a relay start on that. And what's crazy, when he did that relay split, he took it out in an 18.35, which is mind-blowing. Now the crazy thing about all of this is, yes, this is a ridiculous time. He didn't actually win the NCAA championship title in this event because this swim was done in the preliminary session. So in the final, Josh Liendo was a 39.9 as well, and he outsplit him all the way through. Actually, he was an 8.8 in the final of this event. All top 5 guys were out under 9 seconds to the feet on the first 25. And when you watch Jordan Crooks right here from Tennessee, you can look at his underwaters, his stroke power. I mean, he's only taking 8 strokes on the second 25, 10 strokes on the third 25, and then 11 strokes on the last 25. Look at the precision he has when he goes into that last wall. Look at the dolphin kick. He's going pretty deep. He's maintaining his line better than anyone else. Even his teammate in the lane above him, who was even with him to the first 15 meters, he pulls away from him every time he pushes off the wall. Just goes to show how important these underwaters are in the race. So what I want to do, we're going to watch it again in super slow motion, and I want to break down his start because this is really where the magic is. You see right after the beep goes off, I'm going to pause it right there. The beep goes off, and all of these guys, not just Jordan Crooks, I'm going to do some arrows here on the screen. You look at Jordan Crooks, the hands are really doing a lot of this explosive movement. And then look at the height that he is getting compared to everyone else. Now, you don't want to go too high because what's going to happen is what goes up must come down. So if you focus on going too high, you're going to have a lot of downward momentum. Instead, you want to have forward momentum. But look at how these guys hit the water. I mean, perfect streamline from the fingertips all the way through the toes. And when you look at that entry, you want your entire body going through a narrow hole because this is the fastest part of the race. I mean, these guys are going literally less than 9 seconds across 25 yards from the time the beep goes off. I mean, his reaction time was 0.60. Liendo, when he was 39.9, he was 0.64. Then you look at this underwater dolphin kick. Now, if you notice, his teammate in the lane above him might actually be a smidgen ahead of him. They're about even to 15 meters. His team might actually be a little bit ahead of him. But then as they get into the wall, actually, they're pretty even all the way through. But watch what happens when they flip turn and how they come off the wall. So they both come into the wall. They flip only, I think, 100th of a second apart from each other. So they're basically even. But then look what happens on this underwater. Jordan Crooks going super deep. Look at the dolphin kicks. Look at the up and the down kick. He's creating propulsion in both directions. We've seen the great Caeleb Dressel. This is how he went sub 40 in a similar fashion, but actually Jordan Crooks is generating more power. He's taking less strokes than even Caeleb Dressel. I mean, I'm trying to pull up what Caeleb Dressel, you can watch my analysis, but Jordan Crooks only took 7 strokes on the first length. This is a very low stroke count. Even on this second 25, his arm only came out of the water 8 times, and that got him out in an 18.98. And what's remarkable is, like I mentioned earlier, when he swam the final, the top 5 guys, all of them were under 9 seconds to the first 25. When he went to 39.83 here, he actually was only out in a 9.02. Now, it's ridiculous to say only out in a 9.0. I mean, you literally have to jog on the side of the pool to keep up with these guys. That's how ridiculous this is. But the reason why I bring that up is because it's not about how fast you go in the first 25, it's how consistent you can be. Now you might be thinking, well, maybe he could go even faster. Yes, probably. He probably could go faster than 39.8. If he truly had the perfect race where literally everything lined up, he'd probably be like a 39.6, 39.5. 0.1 of that would happen, or 0.2 even, just off of the first 25. And so whether it's the first 25, the second 25, really doesn't matter. It goes to show how important it is to really factor in the things that you can control, because something might not go great in the first 25, but then you make up for it in different parts of the race. You're never going to have that perfect race. And even at the highest level, these guys are breaking barriers, and then Jordan Crooks didn't even win this event in the final. Now, the other thing I wanted to focus on here is I'm going to pause it and replay this final 25. I want you to look at what he does on this last breath right there. So he's about 10 meters away from the wall, and he's done. No more breathing. He's going all in, full last like 7-8 strokes. He completely went no breath, charging into the wall. Look at how much power he's generating. Yeah, they're making a lot of splash, but more important than that, these guys are creating a lot of power and propulsion through every single part of the race. Now when you watch it in real speed, it almost looks like you're watching it in fast play. Like, it doesn't even look reasonable how fast these guys are going. And if you've ever seen this kind of speed or anything close to this, especially in a 25-yard pool, it is really something special. So I encourage you guys to really watch this video, analyze it in slow motion, see what he's doing compared to the other swimmers, and take what you can from it. I mean, one of the biggest things you probably learn here is how important these underwaters are. This is a clear differentiating factor between Jordan Crooks and everyone else in the field. He is the fastest man ever in the 100-yard freestyle. We've seen him go really fast in the 50. He was 17 point, only Caeleb Dressel has been faster in the 50. It also goes to show how ridiculous Caeleb Dressel's 17.63 is. And if you haven't seen that video, make sure you watch my analysis breakdown on that. But I want to know what you guys think down below in the comments. What are some of the things that you guys are seeing he is doing so well? What am I missing? Is there anything else that we can learn from him or other top swimmers that you can apply to your own swimming? Because that's really my goal with this channel. I want to help you swim faster. So if you enjoyed this type of content, make sure you like and subscribe down below, and let me know what types of videos and analysis you guys would like for me to do. And if you want your own videos analyzed and you want to work directly with myself and my team, you got to check out our Swimming Academy. This is a VIP application only interview process, so you can check it out in the link below, and you can see if you'll be able to work with us and help you refine your technique, improve your speed, and fundamentally swim faster and smarter than ever before. That's really one of the things when you watch all of these guys, like, how are they swimming so fast? How are they so consistent? It's because every single day they're refining their skills, both on a technical level, but also on a training level as well. And when you watch these videos and you watch these swimmers, even if you've never seen this level of swimming in person, it's really exciting because it shows you what's possible. You can really start to absorb, what does swimming look like? And this is one of the things that I wish I had growing up. I mean, it's so cool. Shout out to Social Kick Podcast for putting the slow motion version of this, and that's how I was able to create this analysis. But I never was able to see something like this, where I could see in slow motion what world-class swimming looked like, just hours after the race actually happened. We would look at the live results, and that was pretty much it. So if you guys are a young swimmer, even if you've been swimming for years, really absorb this and pay attention what's going on and push your mind as to what you think is possible. Even if you're 40 years old and you're just watching this, think, holy crap, how do these guys swim so fast? They're literally twice as fast as me. That's fine. Take what you can, learn from it, be inspired, use it as entertainment. And if you enjoyed this video, I know you're gonna love this one right over here. So check it out, and happy swimming.